halftime of game one of the best of 7 in Chicago, and the Bulls in an excellent first half, leading the Los Angeles Lakers 53-51. An unusual fast start for Michael Jordan. That has not been his pattern, particularly during the playoffs, and a quiet start, at least statistically, by Magic Johnson.
But we shouldn't be too surprised, because these are the respective roles that they each play for their teams. Michael called upon so frequently to be the focal point scoring. Magic does it in the roundabout way, getting everyone else involved and then picking and choosing his spots.
Michael Jordan leading the way with 18 points, 8 for 12 from the field. Magic Johnson attempting only 1 field goal, did not hit it, has only 6 points all from the line. Let's go over to Steve Jones. All right. Welcome back to Chicago. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, Steve Jones, and the Bulls by 2 over the Lakers as we head to the third quarter. Worthy and Perkins leading Los Angeles with 14, 18 for Jordan, Pippen with 11. The Bulls backcourt has done the job. The combination of Michael Jordan along with John Paxson and B.J. Armstrong and Craig Hodges. Armstrong and Hodges off the bench, and look at the guard shooting. The Bulls 14 for 20 overall.
How about this? Magic Johnson, 1 shot attempt during that first half.
Jordan and Paxson starting in the backcourt. Grant up front with Cartwright and Pippen. And Jordan drew the foul off the fake. Divac picks up his second.
And Michael Jordan making sure that they get to the free throw line a few more times this half. Starts out initially just by showing the ball, get him in the air, take the body contact.
Well, this a matchup of arguably the 2 greatest players in the game. To this point, it's been Michael Jordan's show. He now has 19. He's 3 out of 5 from the free throw line. During the regular season, the Lakers and the Bulls split the 2-game set, each team winning at home. Bulls beating the Lakers here in Chicago back in December, led by Jordan, who had 33. Pippen had a big game, a 13 for 17 for 28. Lakers won in L.A. in early February. Bulls go to the trap, and Divac's handling it. And he just does get it across the timeline.
That's the purpose in the extended defense. Put pressure on him, run that clock down. Don't give him a chance to get into the half-court sets.
Nice lead from Scott. And Perkins with 16 has brought the Lakers within 2.
One thing the Laker team has is such a great feel and understanding of the 24-second clock, eliminating the state of panic that sets in as it runs down.
A look-away pass handled by Grant, made the good catch, but under pressure not able to hit. Magic with the spin. The pass off the dribble of Divac. What a play. Magic Johnson with his 7th assist, setting up Vlade Divac, and he's tied the game at 55.
And he saw Michael Jordan sitting back there trying to anticipate which way he was going. He eye fake left, hits right.
Bill Cartwright providing a 2-point lead for Chicago. Cartwright has hit 3 of 6. He has 6 points. Los Angeles Lakers open the season under new coach Mike Dunleavy. Foul on Paxson. They lost 4 of their first 5 games, their worst start since 1978. But they turned it in November at one point, winning 8 in a row. They also had a 16-game win streak, which included a sweep of a 5-game road trip. And in the playoffs, Lakers sweeping Houston in 3, defeating Golden State 4-1, and then they took Portland in 6.
Magic eyeing up the court, looks left, but sees Divac's right. Jordan starts to move over, anticipating the one to the left. Gets faked out by Magic.
Minute and a half gone by in the third. The game tied at 57. Michael Jordan and Vlade Divac leading the Lakers off the boards. Worthy did not have the post-up move. Notice Magic getting it right back to him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Worthy. Look out, Pippen went down.
Again, Bill Cartwright knocking somebody out of the picture.
Cartwright picked off Scott, who tried to recover. Cartwright. Here's Grant. Horace Grant with a second field goal, getting the good position to give the Bulls a 59-57 advantage. Evots battling with Grant. Evots foul, hacked by Horace Grant. That's the first picked up by Grant.
Something that the Lakers may have to change as this series goes on. When Magic Johnson enters down low to any one of his post-up people, since Michael Jordan is guarding him, there's an awareness there by the post-up players for the Lakers that Jordan may come and either try for the steal or try and block it from behind their head. You may see Magic start to pass and cut through to get Jordan out of that area.
Native of Yugoslavia. He played for the Yugoslavia national team. He will play for Yugoslavia in the 1992 Olympics. 10 points for Vlade. And the Lakers and Bulls tied at 59. Scott hand-checking Jordan. Found the open man. Here's Pippen. And Magic Johnson able to get to it.
Notice Magic checked behind him right away. He knew Jordan was under the basket. Jordan loves to come and hang in on defensive rebounders for steals. Magic checked him out.
And Pippen able to pick that one off.
Steals by Chicago. 4th best in the league this year, producing easy scores.
Back come the Lakers. Perkins getting down, but lost it. Worthy recaptures and hits. The Lakers lead at 61-59. Pace slowing down here in the third. Here's Pippen. Perkins went down. He was shaken up. All right. Lakers have led by as many as 7. The Bulls' longest lead, a margin of 4. And of defense from this Chicago Stadium crowd. Risky pass tossed. Magic upset with himself and too much on it. Bulls in possession, trailing by 2. Evots stepping out. The Bulls forced to use much of the shot clock here in the third. Pippen off another gorgeous pass. And they have the new 24. Bulls want to talk it over. Timeout taken. 6:54 remaining in the third. By golly, Jack making the trip from the West Coast. What an amazing likeness. 6:54 to go in the third. Lakers with a 2-point lead on the Bulls.
When you're a student of the game as well as a great player, you know your opponent's tendencies. Magic knows Michael likes to steal from behind, just kind of checks it out to make sure he clears the area.
Yes, Magic with the feeling that Michael was lurking. Bulls have hit only 2 of 10 from the field in this third quarter. They've missed their last 5 shot attempts. Scott doing a nice job on Jordan, cutting off the move to the left. Scottie Pippen off the recovery. He has 13, and the game is tied at 61. Lakers have attempted only 4 shots thus far in this third quarter. Almost halfway through the quarter. They've hit 3 out of 4. the shot clock, slowing the tempo down. Clock at 1, and Magic is able to convert, and that is his first field goal of the afternoon.
He almost passed it off, looked up suddenly, saw two, put it on the floor, and still got a shot off before the 24-second clock sounded.
Lakers 63, Bulls 61. Here's Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan hits from downtown. He was picked up by James Worthy. 23 for Jordan. And the Bulls lead by 1. Perkins from deep. Here's Jordan. Saw the opening, but lost it. Magic for Worthy. Nice fake. And then he was stopped.
And credit transition defense.
And here's Jordan. Hugh Hollins and Hugh Evans checking each other on the call. And the foul has been called on Byron Scott.
Magic checking out the 24-second clock, knows he's got to get his shot off, and then buries it. A great ability to have the feel for when the clock has run all the way down, and you must get it up on the glass to give your team a chance to rebound if it shouldn't go in.
That was only the second field goal attempt by Magic Johnson, so he's 1 for 2 from the field and 6 out of 6 from the line. Jordan rejected by Divac emphatically. Here's Pippen. That's 2-point range. His outside shot has been off here today. Overall, Scottie Pippen 5 for 13 from the field. Byron Scott has not been getting his shots. Won't count. Foul before the shot attempt. It's called on Pippen. That is 3 charged to Scottie Pippen.
And again, the Bulls staying with the philosophy of get the basketball out of the point guard's hands. As soon as Magic brings it across, Horace Grant knows that his assignment defensively is not in a scoring position, runs over, traps the ball, gets Magic to give it up.
Cliff Levingston, who played 10 minutes and played well in the first half, has checked back in. Divac. Lonnie Divac on the follow. It's the Lakers 65 and the Bulls 64. Michael Jordan sitting down, replaced by Cliff Levingston. Paxson open. Yes. John Paxson has hit 3 out of 4. He'll get a lot of open shots because of the constant double teaming on either Jordan or Pippen. Bulls by 1. Worthy over Levingston. Levingston forced him a little bit more outside than he would have liked to go.
Pushed him outside, challenged the shot with an extended arm and hand.
Pippen won't count. He's called for traveling.
Levingston gets it back to the guy he knows can produce and score. As Pippen gets in traffic, he tries to change hands, and it looks pretty good, like he did get it off from here.
A call for the steps. Lakers get it back, and Paxson intercepts Johnson. Bulls lead by 1, and the tripping foul called on Magic. That is his second. Lakers and Bulls each have 3 team fouls. Phil Jackson now has a front court of Cartwright, Levingston, and Pippen. Timeout has been called with 3:25 remaining in the third quarter. Michael Jordan sitting it out right now with 3:25 remaining in the third quarter, and the Bulls up by 1, 66-65. For a report on Michael, let's go to Ahmad.
All right, Marv, nothing bothering Michael. He's just a little bit tired. He's been working so hard on both ends of the court. He just took himself out to get a little breather, and he will be back. Marv?
All right, Ahmad, as you mentioned, it may be very taxing over the long haul for Michael Jordan at the defensive end of the court going up against Magic Johnson.
And we'll watch as the game goes on. In the first half, Jordan got 12 field goal attempts up, went to the free throw line for 4 attempts. So far in the third quarter, 1 for 3 from the floor.
It is Chicago ball as we resume following the timeout. And Scottie Pippen now 5 for 14. Bulls maintain possession. Now Pippen guarded by Johnson. Cartwright feeling around for the defender Perkins.
And that time, Perkins really stretched out defensively, extended, made Cartwright fall away a little bit further and have to arc the ball that much higher. The result, terrible shot.
Cliff Levingston going up against Magic Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Perkins, he was forced into a very difficult shot.
Exactly the same at the other end. That time, Perkins, because of the pressure, changed his shot.
Michael Jordan getting set to return. Levingston. That was the first shot attempt by Cliff Levingston. He is not on the floor for his jump shooting proficiency. We approach 2 minutes to go in the third. And Worthy able to drill it home. He has 18. The Lakers lead 67-66. Nice bounce back game for Worthy. Ailing in game 6 against Portland. Did not shoot well Thursday night. Scottie Pippen with 15 points. And the Bulls recapture the lead.
And with that little foot fake, Pippen froze Worthy, who still is not running the floor completely free with the bad ankle.
Magic backing Levingston. Pippen over to help, freeing up Worthy. Yes. Well, Pippen looked to help out on Magic Johnson, and the Lakers took advantage. They lead 69-68.
The thinking is almost the same for both guys, Pippen and Worthy. You want them to shoot from the outside, but both of them are getting just a step beyond the free throw line. They'll nail those.
Here's Pippen. A minute 5 to go in the third quarter. Now Cartwright steps out on Worthy. Grant over. Divac played by Pippen on a switch. A good pass from Paxson. Grant has been off.
And Grant had Magic pinned on his back right under the front of the rim, just couldn't convert.
Grant wanted a foul call. Here's Magic from downtown. Magic Johnson with a dramatic three-pointer to give the Lakers a 72-68 lead. And that leads to the timeout taken by the Bulls. So Magic Johnson with 2 field goals. He hits the 3. And earlier in this third quarter, he hit a shot with the 24-second clock running down.
And that shouldn't surprise you. In 14 playoff games, he had already taken 57 three-point attempts in the playoffs.
It'll be 29 and 9/10 seconds remaining in the third when play is resumed, and it will be Chicago ball. This is a Los Angeles Laker franchise that won 5 NBA titles in the 1980s. These are the new LA Lakers. Gone are a fellow by the name of Pat Riley, Kareem, Michael Cooper, Orlando Woolridge, all important pieces in previous championship runs. But it is a new cast of characters, and the front line has done the job right throughout the playoffs, and that has been the case here today. Worthy, Divac, and Perkins have severely outplayed the Chicago Bull front line, and this could be a major factor throughout the playoffs. They certainly have the size and the quickness up front. Here's Jordan with time running down in the third. Paxson. Magic on the rebound, and the foul is called. A holding foul. That's 3 on Jordan.
There's that same guy again, Michael Jordan, trying to come up from behind Magic to deflect the ball.
Final seconds of the quarter. Magic for three. Yes! Magic Johnson again from downtown. 0.6 of a second. And time has run out. So Magic Johnson supplying the firepower. Here in the third quarter, he's hit a couple of threes. Magic with 14 points in all, along with his 9 assists. Well, Michael Jordan won the early rounds, but you sense there is magic in the air here in Chicago. And we'll be back after these messages and a word from your local station. To the fourth quarter in Chicago, the Lakers have opened up a 75-68 lead on the Bulls in game one of the best of seven. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, and Steve Jones. Let's go over to Steve.
All right, Marv, you may have noticed that James Worthy was hobbling a little bit more in that third quarter of play. Two things happened. The ankle stiffened up on him. They taped it a little bit tighter, but he is fine. Those 20 points tell you that the Chicago Bulls don't know that he's hurt. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Worthy hanging in as we start the fourth quarter up front with Perkins and Devon's new backcourt. Magic Johnson will get a rest. Larry Drew and Terry Teagle have come on. The Bulls only 6 for 22 in the third quarter. 27% shooting, while the Lakers stepped it up, hitting on 9 of 16. B.J. Armstrong now matched with Larry Drew, played briefly in the first half. Perkins lost it to Pippen and then regained. Good recovery by Perkins, and then he was hit.
The Bulls trying to make some things happen with their aggressive defense. As Phil Jackson has told us so much of the time, we just can't sit back because they're bigger, a more physical team. We've got to make it happen by being aggressive. Hands, deflections, double teams, all trying to force turnovers.
A foul called on Pippen, so that is number 4 on Scottie Pippen. Perkins posting up on Pippen. Does not want to commit number 5. Went for the block, and he got it. McMahon indicating clean block. Armstrong wide open. Lakers have a 7-point lead. Through with a beautiful pass, and the foul on Pippen, and that is number 5 as Perkins hit the floor.
Larry Drew threading the needle, seeing his big guy working hard to get down the floor in transition, and then Perkins keeps his eye on it, finds the handle, and manages to get the shot up before he passes by the backboard. There's the opening. It's slight, but just on time before Jordan can get there for the steal.
Scottie Pippen with 5 personal fouls, and Sam Perkins to the free throw line. He is 2 for 2 from the line. Sam told us at the start of the season he was not comfortable with the Lakers and their system. Did not know the plays. Took a while, but now he is very comfortable. Pippen sitting down as Grant returns. Grant up front with Livingston and Purdue. Armstrong and Jordan in the backcourt.
And you knew it was going to be an adjustment period because not only did they add Perkins, but bringing Teagle in, another guy they wanted to go to down low. Everyone needed to understand how they were going to get him the ball, where were they going to get him the ball, and then what do the rest of us do when they have the ball.
Rare misses for the Lakers from the foul line. And Drew called for the foul. One minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Game 2 will take place here in Chicago Wednesday night. We'll be on hand starting 9 o'clock Eastern time. Game 3 of the Forum in Los Angeles next Friday. Game 4 in LA next Sunday night. Michael Jordan has 25. Lakers lead at 75-70. Mike Dunleavy looking to buy some time, providing a rest period for Magic Johnson. Here is Teagle on a quick release. Grant off the rebound. Jordan working against both Teagle and Drew. Livingston. Lakers now lead by 3.
The Lakers do an excellent job of collapsing in the lane and taking away Jordan's initial move. Then it's covering the other people that will become the biggest problem.
Worthy backing Livingston. Here's Divac. Lost it. He thought he was fouled. Armstrong. Chicago within 1. And the Lakers call for a timeout. A 20-second timeout taken by Mike Dunleavy, with Chicago reeling off 6 unanswered points. Now they changed it to a full timeout. We'll be back in a moment. By 1 over the Bulls, 9:47 to go in this 4th quarter. It's been a superb rookie season for head coach Mike Dunleavy, although the Lakers did get off to a slow start. We talked about that with Magic Johnson. Asked, was there any point where you questioned Dunleavy's system would work?
Well, I thought it would work. It's just I knew it was going to take a while. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, who really helped me was Coach Fratello. Pulled me aside one day. And really, in all seriousness, he pulled me aside. I think we were like 2-5 or 1-4 at that particular time. And he said it's going to be all right, because I had my doubts, yeah. And I think the guys did too.
In effect, Magic Johnson says that you turned the Lakers season around. Wait a moment. What did you tell Magic?
I have to tell you, it's a secret.
And Michael Jordan has given the Bulls a 76-75 lead. You're not allowed to tell us. You're getting paid big dollars for talking on television. Here's Perkins off the head fake. And back come the Bulls. Jordan with the pull-up. Yes! The Chicago Bulls with a 78-75 lead. They've reeled off 10 unanswered. Magic with the hook. And he will go to the foul line.
Jordan, once he gets the basketball, has a full head of steam, but then gains control of the dribble, pulls up, so he gets the good look at the basket, the good position, and then he is ready to open this thing up and wants to get everybody else involved.
However, he just committed his 4th foul, putting Magic Johnson on the foul line.
Mark, there are some things that must remain in confidence between two people. You just can't expect me to tell everyone who's watching and listening what went on between Magic and I.
So the Bulls lead by 2. Now this was what, early in the season you had a little chat with Magic?
The biggest thing that I mentioned was just that Magic showed in his eyes and in his facial expressions his concern at the time. He's their leader. They all watch him. I just said, hang in there. Don't let your face show.
This was during the 1-4, 2-5 start. Magic was sulking. He was unhappy about the system. Things were not working at the time for the Lakers.
Magic just wanted to win. That's all.
Divac. So Vlade Divac, who has had another solid performance, has tied it at 78. Divac with 14 points, just under 8 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Divac jumping out on Jordan. And the foul. It is a block charge to Worthy. Worthy trying to help out. Michael Jordan is playing with 4 fouls. Scottie Pippen picked up his 5th. He is sitting down. Lakers in good shape in terms of fouls. No one has as many as 3. Here's Byron Scott returning. Phil Jackson is Grant with Purdue and Livingston up front. Jordan and now Hodges at the guards. Here's Jordan, tough angle shot. And the Bulls get the new 24.
Chicago hanging around those offensive boards, getting themselves extra shot opportunities.
And the reach-in foul called.
Jordan backing Scott down, makes the move, and on the attempted swipe, there's the foul by Scott.
And it is ruled a non-shooting affair. Livingston will throw in. Chicago's tempo has changed here in the second half. But they are in the midst of a burst. And Jordan rejected. AC Green back on the floor for the Lakers. Magic Johnson, after the slow start, has come on strong. He now has 17 points and 10 assists. Timeout taken by the Bulls. 6:53 to go. In the fourth, it's the Lakers 80 and the Bulls 78 as you watch Magic hitting off glass.
The great thing about Divac is the interaction between the other team members of Vlade. He's ready to receive and accept whatever they tell him. Let's go over to him out on the sideline.
Mike, during that last timeout, Coach Phil Jackson said he didn't want the game to swing away from him, so they're bringing in an offensive player. Scottie Pippen will now enter the game. He's also concerned about that congestion underneath the board. He wants better spacing by his big people. Mark?
All right, Ahmad. And this capacity crowd reacting as the Chicago Bulls broke the huddle, step back on. Scottie Pippen has checked back in, playing with the 5 fouls. Bill Cartwright has returned. Here's Jordan. Yes. The game is tied at 80 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the fourth.
In these last 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, we'll try and keep an eye on how many times Michael Jordan is involved with the basketball and making the final decision with it, whether to shoot or pass off in the end.
Oh, nice move by Worthy. Came up hobbling after hitting on the baseline drive. 22 points for Worthy. Looking a bit on the Gimpy side. Lakers lead at 82-80. Michael Jordan now has 31 points and 11 assists. Good play by Worthy to break up the pass. Magic Johnson already has hit triple-double figures. 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. AC Green was wide open.
But perhaps a little sign right here. Michael Jordan has been taken off of Magic. He's overplaying Byron Scott. They have Hodges playing Magic. Fatigue perhaps setting in.
Well, we saw Michael ask for the early rest in the third quarter.
Oh, but they're right back again. Jordan on Magic.
Magic directing traffic, moving Green down low. And the foul is called. Jack Madden with the indication. It is on Jordan. That is number 5.
As Worthy finishes, he still has a real bad problem with that ankle as he goes back down the floor. Then he turns right around and comes from behind on Pippen to force the turnover.
Now here is the risk factor in matching Michael Jordan against Magic Johnson, but he is the Bulls' best defender. And we'll have to see as this series develops if Phil Jackson changes up on that matchup.
Michael Jordan, a member of the all-defensive team 4 years, voted the best defensive player 1 year. Got to put somebody good on Magic to stop him.
However, he is now facing 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter with 5 fouls, as is Scottie Pippen. Lakers with a 4-point lead. Jordan changed his mind and found Grant. He was able to hang and extend in midair, giving himself enough time to deliver the ball to Horace Grant. Lakers with a 2-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It is game 1 of the best of 7 NBA championship series. Shot clock to 3. And Grant able to come away with it. Jordan, yes, and it counts.
Jordan has the great ability, once he gets in the air, to understand and know where his teammates are and then make that split decision at the end, leading to score. Scott, rather than trying to extend and block it, tries to get Jordan on the way up. Basket's good, and a chance for the three-point play.
So Byron Scott collects his fourth foul. Timeout taken. The game tied at 84.
Guarding Jordan may have had its effects on Byron Scott. He's only 1 for 4 in this game so far. He tries to swipe it before Jordan can get the ball up over his head, knowing that Michael's a little too big and elevates too well. Michael certainly loves it.
Well, Magic Johnson started in low-key fashion in the first half and has come on big in the second for a triple-double. It's been a very consistent, solid game for Michael Jordan. 33 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steals. Bulls and Lakers tied at 84, and Jordan to the line looking to complete the three-point play. Lakers and Bulls each with 3 timeouts remaining. Let's go over to Steve Jones.
All right, Mark, the strategy for the Los Angeles Lakers will be to try to foul out Michael Jordan. They'll try to do it by posting up Magic Johnson. Pippen's also got 5 fouls as well.
All right, Steve. Lakers with the ball, trailing by 1. Grant poking it away, and last touch by Worthy, who is very upset.
James Worthy felt it was deflected by Grant. He never touched it again. Jack Madden said, nah, you got it right at the last second.
Bulls by 1 with just under 4 minutes to go. In the fourth, Paxson for 3. And Divac with his 13th rebound.
An excellent job of boxing out that time by the Lakers. They each had their man sealed off, formed that rebounding triangle.
Stole game number 1 in the series against Portland and went on to win in 6. Three-pointer jump by Worthy. Divac hit the deck. Loose ball foul has been called. It's on Cartwright on the push-out. That is his 3rd personal.
Talking about stealing games in the playoffs thus far, 28 games. Game 1 has been stolen 5 times by the visitors. Game 2, 4 times. Divac had slipped inside that time, got the inside position. Cartwright knew it, committed the foul.
Bulls going over the limit with that foul. Lakers with 4 team fouls. Divac 5 for 5 from the line. He is a 70% free throw shooter. What is so impressive about Vlade Divac, particularly with a guy like Magic Johnson firing those passes right on target, is that he catches the ball so well.
You associate the skill players with the point guard, 2 guard, small forward position. Guys who can dribble, pass, have the great hands. Not the case with Divac, a center who can do all those things.
Lakers by 1. Jordan stopped on the reverse, and he'll go back to the foul line. Divac picking up his 3rd.
If you're going to let Jordan go to the baseline, you must seal it off. Try to keep him behind the backboard. He loves coming up and under on the other side to try and finish the playoff.
Lakers now over the foul limit. Jordan 5 for 7 from the line. Lakers to the line 30 times. The Bulls taking only their 15th free throw. Bulls and Lakers tied at 86 with 3:14 left in the fourth.
You keep an eye on the outside. The Lakers match up with Chicago's people because the Bulls run a little free throw play where they try to get the ball back on missed free throws. See Worthy face guarding Grant outside. That's so he doesn't slip in case there's a miss.
Chicago has taken a 1-point lead. Jordan and Pippen with 5 fouls apiece. Scott has 4. He's the only Laker in difficulty. We're down to 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Here's Worthy. That's a 2-point attempt. And it will be Chicago possession.
What the Bulls have done so effectively with their 2 key guys having 5 personal fouls is get the ball out of Magic's hands, getting it over to another player who has to then make a decision or get it into the half-court offense. They've got to get a better attack position for the Lakers.
Pippen off the dribble. Yes. The jump shot has not been falling for Scottie Pippen, but it did at an opportune time right there. And he's given the Bulls an 89-86 lead as the Lakers have called for time. 2:33 to go in the fourth. Here in Chicago, as always, the decibel level shatters the meter. And they have enjoyed what they've seen here thus far this afternoon. A timeout rundown. Bulls 3 left. Lakers 2. Both clubs over the foul limit. 2:34 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Chicago Bulls lead the Los Angeles Lakers 89-86 in game 1 of the best of 7 NBA final. Magic Johnson moving against Michael Jordan. Grant comes over. Perkins and Grant battling for position. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Perkins. Yes. And the Chicago lead is 1.
And in the last 4 possessions, that's the first decent shot that the Lakers have gotten off. Even that one was a difficult one, but he got a clean look at the end.
Just under 2 minutes left in the fourth. Now Scott trying to hand check Jordan. Here is Paxson. And Divac able to get to it.
And that's where the other players on the Bulls must answer the challenge. If they're going to take Michael out of it by double teaming, you've got to knock out the open shots.
Magic Johnson trapped, called for the timeout. A minute and 37 remaining in the fourth. The Lakers are down to 1 timeout left. Welcome back to the Windy City. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, Steve Jones. Minute 37 left in the fourth. It will be Laker ball as we resume. The Bulls by 1. Lakers down to 1 timeout left. Good timeout, bad timeout for Mike Dunleavy.
A must timeout. When Magic came over the half-court line, he was trapped. The remaining players on the Lakers were not in a good receiving position. Magic basically said, I'd rather have the timeout used up and get a good shot at this thing than give up the ball on the turnover.
So the Lakers down to 1 timeout left. Chicago with 3. Shot clock at 5. Shot clock at 3. Here's Perkins getting inside, and he was fouled. Cartwright went for the fake, and Perkins will go to the line.
James Worthy must be in a position to receive the ball and shoot. That's what's happening with the clock at 4 or 5 seconds. Most times Magic's dumping off to him. They save it right here at the end by finding Perkins underneath. Magic basically knows they lucked out and got that one off just before the 24-second violation.
Sam Perkins only 2 out of 4 from the line today, 82% on the season. And he has tied the game at 89-19 for Perkins, who has come up strong once again. Had a big one against Portland Thursday, game 6, with the Lakers wrapping it. He hit 10 of 14, 26 points. 1:22 left in the fourth. Too strong, rebounded by Pippen. The Bulls and the Lakers tied at 89. Pippen played by Perkins, changed his mind. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pippen. And the foul called on the Lakers. It's Divac picking up his 4th. Both clubs are over the limit. So with a minute 2 remaining in this fourth quarter, it will be Scottie Pippen to the free throw line.
Chicago has 9 more field goals goals made than the Lakers do. But the Lakers, up to this point, have taken 32 free throw attempts to only 16 for Chicago. The difference at the line right now, keeping the Lakers right in the game with Chicago.
Pippen is 4 for 6 from the line. He has not been a consistent free throw shooter, although he has improved in recent years, up to 71% for the season. Butch foul shooting by Scottie Pippen, and it's the Bulls 91, the Lakers 89. Just under 1 minute remaining in the fourth. Again, they double up. Cartwright jumping out to help on Johnson. Divac rebounded by Grant. Chicago ball with 40 seconds to go in the fourth.
You say, hey, the Lakers got a good look at the basket, a good shot, but it's maybe not what they wanted to go to. It's what they had to wind up taking.
5 on the 24. Jordan. And Perkins rebounds. Lakers spending their final timeout. 23 and 5/10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bulls lead the Lakers 91-89, and it will be Los Angeles ball following this timeout. Well, game 2 of this best of 7 back here at Chicago Stadium on Wednesday night, and we'll be on hand starting 9 o'clock Eastern time on NBC. Michael and Magic continuing on. Michael Jordan, the high man, with 36 points, along with 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steals. Magic Johnson, after the slow start, not looking for shots in the first half, and Michael Jordan's defensive work certainly had something to do with that, but Magic came on, in particular in the third quarter, hit 2 from downtown, hit a wild shot as the 24-second buzzer went off, and Magic has come up with a triple-double, 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists.
If you're in the Laker huddle right now, there's a number of things that could be going on. You're saying that your main go-to guys are Magic and Worthy. Some problems there. Magic gets double-teamed right away by Chicago. Worthy, lacking that mobility with the bad ankle, has been forced to settling for perimeter jump shots, not making them recently. As a result, you may wind up with either Perkins or a Byron Scott spotting up as the key guy down the stretch. The other thing is, since you are such an outstanding three-point shooting team, a number of guys who can step out there, do you go for the tie or do you try to win it on the road with a three-pointer at the end?
We were discussing Byron Scott earlier and the fact that he would be occupied and could be affected by going up against Michael Jordan. And Byron Scott, who has had a good playoff and has bounced back from a couple of injury-plagued seasons, only 1 for 4 from the floor this afternoon, so he has had his hands full going up against Jordan.
1 for 4, only 8 points coming into this game, almost 16 points in the playoffs, shooting 54%.
Let's go over to Steve Jones.
All right, Marv, the Los Angeles Lakers are going to go with Worthy and Magic Johnson down on the box. They're going to try to go through Sam Perkins. We'll see if they can execute the play.
All right, Steve, reporting from just outside that Laker huddle. Bulls by 2, 23, 5/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The Bulls wanted to take a look at what the Lakers were setting up, and they, after checking it out, have called for a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
And I think what we're talking about here is when we say they wanted to go through Perkins to post up either Magic or Worthy, they're talking about making Perkins the feeder, the guy on the outside that's going to throw the pass down into the hole. If you back off him, he's a good perimeter shooter, a guy who can knock out a three-point shot. He must make a good decision and a good pass into either guy on the low block. Magic checking out with the referee, Hugh Evans. Which side of the floor do we have to take the basketball on, or can we switch it over to the other side if we so desire? The
Chicago Bulls talking it over defensively. Statistically, they are the top defensive team in the playoffs over the last 10 years. They have held opponents to 92 points per game.
And what Magic just wanted to clear up there is, okay, we got the ball on that side of the floor, but let's everybody agree on this. We must pass the ball into the front court, not the back court, since we have it up here now after advancing it. Let's just clear that up, everybody.
The Lakers do not have any timeouts remaining. The Bulls with 2 left. The Lakers seeking to steal a game here in Chicago. Games 1 and 2 at Chicago Stadium. And then back to Los Angeles. The scene will shift to LA for game 3 next Friday night.
Kind of interesting. What the Lakers were trying to do is they wanted to take the ball back down on the baseline so that Magic could bring it up off the dribble and get into the play. Once you've advanced it, you may not put it back on the baseline again. So that's what they were trying to clear up as well.
Terry Teagle has been inserted, and he will throw it in. Mike Dunleavy going with the shooters. Teagle, Scott, Perkins, Worthy, and Johnson. Bulls by 2. You see the clock running down. And Perkins goes for 3. He's got it. He went for the shot from downtown to take the lead. The Lakers with a 92-91 lead with 14 seconds remaining in the fourth, and the Bulls call for time.
Knowing that they weren't going to be able to get it to Magic directly, they inbounded to Scott, let Magic come behind and take the handoff. As soon as he makes his move to back Jordan down, he fires it across the floor to Perkins, who spotted up for the 3. He knocked one out early in the game, but none bigger than that one. Taking a look from the other side now, Magic looking across the floor. He sees the rotation taking place by Cartwright, catches the Bulls in the middle of their rotation, and fires it to the open man. A good extension by Grant trying to challenge it, but that thing just gets over the top, knocks it down, and Perkins thanks his teammate. He loves it.
Sam Perkins has hit 3 out of 4 from downtown. During the course of the season, Sam 18 for 64, 28% from three-point land. And the Lakers now lead it by the score of 92-91 with 14 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Well, today's Miller Genuine Draft Player of the Game, Michael Jordan. And on behalf of Michael, NBC, and Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. A terrific all-around performance by Jordan, who got to it early. 15 points in the first quarter, 13 in the fourth. He's come on late for 36, along with 12 assists, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals.
That third quarter seemed to be the period where Jordan asked to be taken out, needed that second wind. He worked so hard in the first half at both ends of the floor, caught up to him a little bit there in the third quarter, but he finishes strong once he regroups.
And the Lakers with a very strong effort here in game 1. Perkins connecting on the 3-point field goal to give the Lakers a 1-point lead. Sam Perkins now has 22 points. Scottie Pippen will throw it in. Jack Madden making certain that Pippen is given the room. Bulls have 1 timeout left.
And LA takes a delay of game right there. What they tried to do is, since they had one to use up, Worthy ran right up to the basketball close, forced it so his teammates could get a look at the play and see what they were trying to run.
This has become a very popular tactic this season. Here's Jordan. And let's see what the call is. The officials checking it over. And the outside referee, Hugh Hollins, had the better look. He says last touch by the Lakers. It will be Chicago ball. And the Bulls take their final timeout.
You're talking about 4 of the Laker teammates running towards Jordan as he tries to make his move baseline, not giving him a clear look at the basket.
5 seconds going by. The Bulls down to 9 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Well, tonight, don't miss the heartwarming family special, Our Shining Moment, starring Don Amici. And then Who Wants to Buy Pebble Beach and Why? Expose uncovers the mystery of the billion-dollar deal. And then on Real Life with Jane Pauley, followed by an NBC world premiere movie, Murder in High Places. That's tonight right here on NBC. Well, both the Lakers and the Bulls do not have any timeouts remaining. The Lakers, by virtue of a three-point shot by Sam Perkins, leading the Bulls 92-91.
With under 5 seconds, 4 seconds remaining in this situation, you can talk about a lot of switching defensively. With 9 seconds to go, it gives Jordan, if he gets the ball in his hands, plenty of opportunity to take advantage of the switch and then beat the wrong person off the dribble.
High-point man of the game, Jordan, 36. Pippen with 19. Both have been in foul trouble. They both have 5. They are the only Bulls in double figures. The Lakers, led by Worthy with 22. Perkins also has 22. Magic 19, Divac 16. It has been close right throughout. Lakers at one stretch led by 7, Bulls by 4. You see the 26 changes of the lead, and this a game that was tied on 14 occasions.
Well, the tempo and the style of play by both teams, good aggressive defensive team, good half-court execution, keeps both teams close.
All right, let's see what's going on at the Bulls bench. Let's go over to Ahmad.
As you would expect, they're going to set up their 3 shooters in Paxson, Jordan, and Pippen. Paxson could either be the shooter or the decoy. Jordan coming from the bottom of the court. Back to you.
All right, Ahmad, Paxson is lined up out deep, straight away, top of the circle. Scott checking him out. 9 seconds remaining. Pippen will throw it in. Jordan is down in the paint, being guarded by Worthy. Pippen must get it in. He does. And here is Jordan. 3 seconds remaining, and let's see what the call is. Jordan rimming the basket. The foul against Chicago. It's on Paxson. Now they have changed the clock. 2 7/10 seconds left. Byron Scott took a shot in the cheek, and the Lakers will go to the line.
Jordan got a real good look. That ball is halfway in and back out, and you could see the disappointment in Jordan's face after the ball was rebounded by the Lakers. He knows that he had it right there. He got as good a look as you're going to get in the ending of a game. The thing was in and back out again.
2 7/10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Byron Scott to the line. He's 6 for 6 this afternoon. Just under 80% for the season. You saw 83 during the playoffs. 1 point, Laker lead.
Right after this shot attempt, Jordan knows that he had it. He's not going to get much better chance. Disappointed in the fact that it rolled out. Right now, after this free throw attempt, no timeouts left. The Lakers need to jam the guy who takes it out so he doesn't get a chance to see on the long pass.
2-point Laker lead. Cartwright will toss it in. Here's Pippen from center court. He fires it, and he hit the back of the rim. And that is it. The Los Angeles Lakers steal game 1 from the Chicago Bulls. They have defeated the Bulls 93-91 despite the exploits of Michael Jordan. The Lakers do it off the 3-pointer by Sam Perkins. That's the game winner. Then Byron Scott hit 1 of 2 from the free throw line for the final point. Here's Pippen. He got off a shot that was right on target, that went strong off the back of the rim, and that is how it concludes. The Los Angeles Lakers 93 and and the Chicago Bulls 91. So the Bulls, who had won 15 straight home playoff games, see that streak conclude, and they're looking now to get back into the series with a victory Wednesday night. We'll be on the air starting at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, Steve Jones saying so long from Chicago. This is the NBA on NBC.